Okay, guys, it's gear talk time, and it's the start of the year, and I haven't had a true video on the up and coming announcements on one of my favorite cameras, if not my favorite camera, go-to camera, EDC camera. Out of all of my cameras I have, whether it's film or whether it's digital, which is the Fujifilm X100 series cameras. I started with the F, a little late to the game, and then upgraded to the V. And I have to say, you know, with all the iterations I've done to this camera, as far as hoods on the front, utilizing the convergent lenses, which I love the wide, it actually travels with me. It's time to talk about whether the upgrade to the new Fuji V1 or 6, if you will, in Roman numerals, is something that everyone should consider. So, you know, I think the best way to do this though is let's get out of here. It's nice out for Michigan, 35 to 40 degrees and sun. That means get out the door. So let's go. Let's get out the door and let's talk about the X100 series and the pending announcement according to Fuji Rumors. And thank you, Patrick, for Fuji Rumors and everything that it provides for us Fuji camera lovers and shooters. February 20th. What do I think about the new and upcoming camera, and if I'm going to upgrade, and if you actually have the X-T5 or shoot with the XH2, is it something you should upgrade or add to your arsenal as far as you know, being able to have the gear to create the content that you want to create and get it out to the masses? So with that said, let's go. Let's get out of here. So our backdrop for today's discussion is going to be a festival. I am going to downtown Plymouth so that I can do some street photography with the X100v while we discuss this. It is a ice festival that goes on early February, and this is also my birthday weekend, so happy birthday to me. And we're gonna go ahead and go out and have fun with my EDC travel everywhere I go camera that's always in my bag, work bag and everything. Okay, so let's discuss the first thing that first and foremost for me I would want to see in a new X100 series camera, and that is everything that's currently in the X100v now. Not only just the ability to do the different things with the camera that's in the software, from utilizing a very fast shutter, having a built-in ND filter, having a the same type of setup with the lens as far as the ring and the customability of the camera with the buttons. Everything that the camera is set up right now is what I personally would want to see on the predecessor, up to and including the flip out screen. Okay, so let's start with that. The predecessor would have to have all those items. The size, I love the size of it. I wouldn't want the size to grow too much and so forth. I did a video last year where I even talked about what I would not want to see in the X Pro 3 and in the X100v with the increases in abilities with the XH2, XH2S, and the XT5. One of them being IBIS, because my concern was, of course, with IBIS, the camera would get too big. So let's talk about the things that I want to see changed on the X100v. And it's not a long list for me, honestly. The biggest issue I actually have with the X100v is the notion that it has to be an all-in-one camera as far as stills and video go. I think that if we are going to go that route, that Fuji puts a regular jack size here on the camera so that I can actually plug in my wireless mics without having to get an adapter and have all this wiring in the back of what would be a very nice profile for a camera. And that's with the conversion lens on. So that would honestly be my only issue. Other than that, I can't say I missed the D-pad. I think I like the fact that it's not there. And again, everything else about the outside and the designing seems to be just what I want. So the current version of the X100 series was, again, wanting to make it a all-in-one camera. Getting to the video is a little harder. So having to hit the drive button, scroll down to the video with a very small toggle, and then, which is on the opposite end, and then get to video and then hit it to start recording, and then fix your settings because your settings are going to be off, right? So you see all the trouble that I'm going through here trying to get video going on this camera, turning up my thing, getting the right exposure, and then I can finally hit video, and then that will be pressing the shutter button and me capturing some video of everything that's going around. So that's a little tough. That's a lot. So hopefully with the upgrade in the processor and the upgrade and the sensor that Fuji Rumor says is coming, we would have a button that'll allow us to go to video and keep our settings. So I guess that's not only something I don't like, also an upgrade I'd like to see.
Got it? Got it? There we go.
Okay, so you guys can see again, this is a very busy event, way more busier than it was last year, which is nice to see events coming back, especially after COVID. It's been a few years now, and folks enjoying, of course, the warm weather. It's almost 40 degrees. So let's get to the biggest rumors that folks want to hear about, me discuss as far as updates, upgrades. And honestly, for me, it would be IBIS. Based off of the rumor site that Patrick runs, Fuji Rumors, they say yes for IBIS and that it's not going to make the camera that much bigger, maybe a millimeter thicker. And if that's the case, I'm happy with that, because the X-T5 is what the X100 is going to be, with a fixed lens on it, f2, the lens that's on here. And I think it'll be phenomenal if that's the case. If I don't grow in size more than a millimeter or so and have IBIS, why not? I would love that. That would be awesome. It would honestly make me feel better about the camera after having picked up the Nikon ZF as a Christmas present. That camera has, I believe, stabilization in it. This is not, I'll check. And if I'm wrong, I'll put it in the comments somewhere. The other thing is the 40 megapixel sensor. I actually want that. And seeing that it was on there, I didn't see how they weren't going to put that on. The video that I posted up a while ago, I think it was a review of the XH2, XH2S, X-T5. I said that of the cameras I feel that should have the 40 megapixel sensor in it, the X100 should definitely have it. The X Pro should have it, as well as the XH and the XT line. So not surprised that that's there. Not surprised it's part of the rumors, and think that obviously it should be there. As far as anything else that was discussed, people talked about the flip screen, wanting the flip screen to be maybe going in that direction. If they can pull it off without messing with the back profile, I'd say go for it. That would be awesome. I would like to see that, because it would give me a down low with this flipped out that way, opportunity to take images and portrait down low, or even up high with that flip down. As it is, I love the fact that it actually has this flip screen and that I can shoot from the hip better and so forth and shoot down low. So those are the two biggest rumors I like that are coming. Now, one I haven't checked the site for, I haven't heard anybody talk about just yet, is if they're going to have the same battery in it that's in the XH2 line, the X-T5, the XS20. Looks like Fuji is trying to go that route. So if that also includes why it's a little bigger, because it's getting that bigger battery, awesome. Because the batteries that come in the older versions, they just don't last long. They go quickly, which because they're smaller, they don't hold as much charge. And it would be nice to see the bigger battery in there if they get that along with IBIS in with that slightly bigger body. So with that, that's really everything for me. If they're able to accomplish what I'm seeing on the rumor mills and announce that on February 20th, there's a good chance I may get the new camera because I like this camera so much. We'll finish with this. If you have the XH2 and if you have the XT5, would you get this camera? For me, the answer would be, we'll go with the XH2. Yes, because the XH2 to me, just like my XH2S, is more of a workhorse type of camera, not more of a leisure, go out and enjoy everyday EDC camera, mainly because of the size, right? I would definitely see it as a nice companion camera to any one of those cameras, but not the XT5. And the reason I say that is because it's about the same size. The fixed lens on this with the capability to get the conversion lenses gives this camera a lot of functionality as using the XT5 with interchangeable lenses. So if I had the XT5, I doubt very much I would get the the X100V we keep saying now. It just would be almost identical in nature, operation, and so forth. I don't see the need for it. And that almost goes to say for the new X Pro. So as a person who shoots the X Pro 3, I find that I like the X Pro 3 for the lens changeability and so forth, but at times it is a duplicate process when it comes to me shooting street using this wide conversion lens and wanting to know why I still have both, right? So that is a dilemma I fight every once in a while, but I love both cameras. I love shooting both cameras. Of course, don't let me stop you from getting the gear that you like and having fun with everything. So I'm gonna get out here, do some more video, do some more images, share that with you guys. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Do you think that it's worth it if you have an XT5 already? Do you think it's worth it if you have an X Pro and you might be wanting the X Pro 4 that's coming out, that's more than likely gonna have a lot of the features that's in the X106, as well as the IBIS and as well as the 40 megapixel sensor, and whatever specialness they're gonna bring to that camera. Is it worth it if you're gonna get one of those to also have an X100V or X106, I should say? Like, comment, subscribe. Definitely hit the comments, guys. Let me know what you think. And I, for one, can tell you I'm looking forward to what's gonna be announced on the 20th. And I'm looking forward to definitely picking the camera up if they meet all of those criteria I just mentioned and put it in a body that's only a little bigger than this one. All right? All right.